Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. Sneaky wargaming. They have just got the lock boxes back into the game. Now, these have been around before, and I think the marketing that wargaming have done on these is I was going to say it's wrong, but for a marketing sort of prospect, it's like genius. It's like a genius way of marketing. And what they have done is, these Chinese tanks you can get in a lockbox. Now the drop rate is very low for the main prize, which is the WZ-121G FT, the Chinese tank destroyer. Very good tank, OP. So that's the main prize, and that's only a 2% drop rate. Now, what wargaming actually do with these lock boxes, and why I say it's very sneaky, because when you are playing in battle, randomly you will get a crate, basically a lockbox drop. So you will collect these lock boxes. So people was literally going to think, oh my god, I have a crate. But then all you need to do is to buy a key to open that crate. You can't earn the keys in any way. You don't drop keys. I think it might be random. Actually, you might randomly drop keys. I can't remember. I don't think so. So you have to actually buy the keys to be able to open the lockbox, which is cheeky, because people are going to do that because they're going to sit there and think, well, I've got a crate, now I just need a key to open it, which I just think that's maybe wrong. Maybe they should do it the other way. I think if they'd done it the other way, where they randomly drop keys, but you have to buy a crate, I know it doesn't make no difference, but because people are going to sit there and think, oh my god, I've got a crate, but I can't open the crate, it does sort of annoy people a little bit. Now, I'm not overly bothered about the lock boxes this time. I mean, I know it's wrong, but the tank they've got in there is kind of OP. So if they sold this outright, then yeah, tier 8 will be worse than it already is with OP tanks. Now, I watched Pantooth's video, and he has said that this tank has previously been only for sale once, like outright for money, £42. But I actually think it's 2 or 3 times. I think it's because I didn't get it the first time. I think I got it the second time. So it's definitely been for sale 2 times, and it's never been for sale since. It's never been for sale for gold, and it hasn't come back for money. As Pantooth said, it's only come back either in crates or Christmas events or things like that. Now, the tank itself is really good, and what makes it so good is everything. It has, I think, 6 degrees of gun depression. It's a really low to the ground tank. The armor profile is very good, even though it doesn't look it when you look at when you're looking at the tank. It looks sort of grey and you can penetrate it, but it's very troll. DPM, you're looking at 2,900 DPM on this tank. The penetration is the heat penetration is really good for a tier 8 tank. 310 alpha on your heat. If you run calibrated shells on this tank, you can get that to 340, which will just go through anything. So the speed is really good, the accuracy, the aim time, DPM, everything about this tank is good. And that's what makes this tank just totally overpowered. And wargaming knows this. Wargaming knows that this tank is overpowered, as do they know that tanks like the Smasher is overpowered. Why do you think that they've never resold the Smasher for gold or even money? It's always in crates. The T22 is the same. I mean, the T22, they've only ever sold it for gold once, and that was Boxing Day. So, and that was like 20k gold, which was so cheap. But they did it only for 1 day only. It wasn't like a week, 2 weeks. It was literally 1 day only. Because it's over Christmas, not many people would be logging into the game to see it anyway. So yeah, you know when a tank's overpowered, when wargaming never sell it for gold or never bring it back for money. It's always in crates, and that is this tank. And this tank actually kind of got forgotten. It's not been spoke about. you don't really see too many of them in game. Of course, you're not going to see too many of them in game because it's only in crates and stuff like that, lock boxes. But if you have the chance of getting this tank, it's such a good tank and it's an enjoyable tank. I do like the fact that they haven't just put this in the lock boxes. They have put the M4D, M4 1D or whatever it is, which is a really good tank. I didn't think that's going to be a good tank, but it is. Basically, it's a Bulldog, which is still, Bulldog is a great tank played correctly. They have the Type 62 as well, which I've always said, and I'm always going to continue to say, that tank there is the best value for money tank that you would ever buy. 5k gold usually, sometimes even cheaper, 3k gold for one of the best tanks around. That's just like sort of overall. And of course then you have the T-34-3 as well, which is okay. It's basically a heavy tank with it's a medium tank with a heavy tank gun, and it's got a nice turret, etc, etc, etc. But yeah, I would recommend this time, I would recommend staying away from the lock boxes. I mean, a 2% chance is not great. It really isn't great, and that's only for this tank. You do have more percent chance of getting parts to win the other tanks, and of course you're going to need sort of 100 parts, and you're only going to win 30 or 40 for sort of 40 parts. So you're going to need 3 lots of crates for each one, roughly, to be able to win that tank. So I would recommend staying away from these lock boxes. It is a cheeky stunt from Wargaming's point of view. It works. I mean, if it works, it works. I've got no bad feelings about that. They're a company. It's a business. They need to earn money, and they found a way of being cheeky by giving people crates. Here, have a crate randomly dropped from battle. Oh yeah, but to open that crate, you're going to have to buy this. So I do think it's cheeky, but you know, it works for them. Obviously, it has worked for them in the past, which is why they are bringing it back again. So we're just going to finish up watching this battle. An amazing battle, and it does showcase just how good this tank can perform. Now, the WZ is the Borzic's worst nightmare. The Borzic really does struggle to penetrate the WZ. It's very annoying coming up against a WZ because, as I said earlier in the video, like you're looking at it and it looks grey. You shoot, it bounces, and especially it's very difficult to pen if the tank is wiggling side to side as well. So if you do have this tank, go in a sort of hold down position, get up high, get your gun down, wiggle, use the mobility of the tank, face hug tanks, get in their faces and go in side to side. Don't just get into their face and just stay put. Get into their face, wiggle, and you will see just how OP this tank actually is. So I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Lovely battle there from Son of Cheeseball. 5,000 damage, 7 kills, and 125,000 credits earned. So that is the WZ, that is the lock boxes. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye. With